Hey there, what's up everybody? My name's Emmett Baber and I've been working on a UE4 project to help visualize the spatial relationship of artifacts found in an archaeological dig site. So what I have so far is like basically a VR template, basic UE4 project that I've hitched some stuff onto. One of the things down here you might notice is I have this folder called site data, and I've been provided with some exports from the open source program framework called Archie, in which archaeologists use to record their finds and input them into a database. So I've got some data here. And interpreting this data actually to where it is right now was kind of a pain because it's not formatted quite correctly. I had to add a column for the numbers over here. That's why, that starts at 2. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so originally I thought, oh, this was going to be super great because they have what they call northings and eastings on each artifact, and that pretty much is their X and Y coordinates, and they're measured in centimeters, and so is UE4, so that's super convenient. Like, converting it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but this is just already at the right scale, so all the data is scaled correctly by default. Neat, I thought. And then I realized that northings and eastings are not actually recorded as like global positions. They are in fact recorded within each 1 meter by 1 meter unit. So these units are here, 5, 4, 5, all the way down. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? So I ended up going into the supervisor notebooks that I was also supplied with. Oh, hitch, come on, there we go. All right. And this was a drawing by Dr. Jenkins of where and how the units were positioned within the dig. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, thusly. See also the Rock of Gibraltar. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. So I took that information, and in the level blueprint of my project, I made first a blueprint to contain, I imported a data table, and then in this level I created an array of data tables that I wanted to represent. So basically, if there were multiple sets of data from the same dig site, I could add all of those data tables to the same array and then have this execute on all those pieces of data. So then for each different data table, get the row names, and for each row name you would execute this, get the data table row, and then break that apart. So I had to make this struct. Now this is another hitch that I came up against. Alright, whatever. Well, basically I made a struct which was every column in this data table. Now this presents another challenge because multiple exports that I've received from this same dig have different orders of these different data categorizations, like all these different columns basically in the Excel spreadsheet. Some of them are ordered differently, and some of them do not have some that others have. Like, over the years of working on this site, some pieces, some classifications of data were omitted or reprioritized, and thus handling that data becomes even more difficult. But I was able to make this struct and make it match this one export. And from that, you look at each table row of your data table, which is an artifact, which is an entry, and we get what unit it is in, and it's northing and easting within that unit. So then I made this custom, man, that's ugly. Woo, spaghetti! All right, so I took it, and if both of the northings and eastings are greater than 100, which means that they're outside of their 1 meter by 1 meter square within that unit, then it just spawns it with those coordinates. It doesn't touch it. It assumes that it's like being measured from the lower southeast corner or southwest corner of the entire dig site, or like it's something big or a special case or something. Given that special case, it takes what unit it's in, turns it into an integer, and then switches what output it gives based on what unit it's in. So it takes the northings into eastings, and based on this little chart here, it adds like over at 100 at unit 1. See, this output is for unit 1 right here in the lower right. You're seeing that little purple box. It takes the northings and adds 100 to them because that's 1 meter. And so if we're starting from the lower southwest corner, it just moves that southwest corner up 1. And every other output is then, because 2, unit number 2 here is in the lower southwest corner. Unit number 3, you add 100 to both, so you move up 1 and then over 1. Yep, to unit 3 right there. So yeah, hard-coded that. And this organization, because not every dig is the same and will have a different arrangement of units within it, this will have to be hard-coded for like every site you want to do, which is time-consuming. It's not the best. All right, moving on. What I have right now, it outputs, this is a custom function, right? Go back up 1 level to the event graph. So it outputs the northings and eastings plus all of the modifications, the offsets from whatever unit it is in. And then it spawns an artifact, which I've made basically, and it sets the artifact data, which is a variable stored in the artifact, to that row. So it just like basically fills out one of the structs and is like, this data has this, or this artifact has this data. I haven't really done anything with that yet. I was going to make a little text thing that pops out the side whenever you pick up one of the artifacts and it displays its contents there. But anyway, I want to show you what I got so far. And all right, it finally loaded, but it's having some hiccups because of that. Okay, so those blue squares up there are clouds of artifacts within units, I think. But the problem, oh man, this frame rate's bad because I'm also recording. Is that there are some that are in the ground all around me that I cannot see yet. So those are the troubles that I'm having with this project thus far. Thanks for staying posted or keeping updated or whatever. Thanks for watching.